Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Stalker of the Week, which is the Six of Swords. Now, what is the Stalker of the Week? If for those of you who do not know it, it is a collective reading I do on a particular energy that has kept popping up in different readings for all the signs. So I'm looking in to see if there's a message, how it plays out, and what's coming and all of that. It's a collective reading. Take what resonate with you, leave behind the rest. Take it as inspiration if you want to. So, the Six of Swords, why? Six of Swords has been popping up in all the readings ever since I bought this deck. So today we are looking into it, as I said, to see what pops up. First and foremost, what we're talking about here is a changed mindset. It's a transition. It has to do with change. So it corresponds to the Hanged Man, which has shown up one more time. But I mean, I already done 2 stalkers on the Hanged Man previously, and now it shows up again. It also shows up. Well, the Death is not really shown up that much, or the Tower. Well, the Tower has also shown up quite a lot. So what we're dealing with here is it's a change, basically. And with the Tower as well, which also showed up with the Six of Swords, then we're talking about, you know, a change that is influenced by outside circumstances. It's a change of the mindset. It's a change of basically how you taking information, also how you engage with conflicts, basically. So, but let's see how it plays out, okay? Because it is a minor arcana, of course it is a minor change, but I still want to look into it. I'm curious. So let's start by looking into let's clarify here. What are you about? What are you about? What message do you bring, Six of Swords? It's the Nine of Wands, Strength, and Five of Swords. Well, of course it's the Five of Swords because, yeah, this is about you having stuck around for quite some time, I want to say here, building up a lot of your confidence, and now you're deciding to take a step into the unknown. You're moving into a different perspective. With the Six of Swords, it's a transition into a different perspective, a different mindset, a different communication style, a different way of dealing with the information that you're being given, and how you basically communicate with other people. Oh my gosh, so stupid. Sorry, it's just this focus, and then it's focus when I have to get out of the focus, typically. Right. Do you see all those devils there? Those are voices that accompany on you on the journey into something new. They are thoughts, they are understandings, they are truths, basically. A truth that was what you held on to at a certain point in your life, and now you're making changes, basically. You're growing. You are learning. You're becoming more and more skilled, I want to say. Why is this relevant? And when I'm looking here, it has to do with your confidence and your self-esteem. You believe in yourself. And for some of you here, you are actually also going on a journey backwards a little bit, in the sense that you are addressing previous mindsets here. But in all cases, you are coming to a clear understanding that you cannot always win. Yeah, the unseen here. There's also something you don't see. There may be a situation outside of you here that influences you. Hold on. Sorry guys, sorry if I have to stop it once in a while. It's just how it is. Please bear with me in this reading, right? Yes, there's something here that you don't see. What I will need to figure out here throughout this reading is whether or not this is from within yourself or from outside. The unseen has a lot to do with your intuition telling you something. It's a very spiritual energy. But right now, I can't really pick up on it. So you please allow me to see how it unfolds, okay? It has a lot to do with having lost track a little bit with a particular vision, a particular path of yours where you want to go. But if you are, you can become a little bit too rigid in a particular path, in a particular mindset, right? And that's where we have the towers. If that mindset is not built on a solid foundation, it will crack, because you have to work with your environment here, right, to be in the flow, basically. Otherwise you can run into tower upon tower, and that can affect your self-esteem. You can return back to a situation where you feel as though no matter what you do is never good enough. Yes, but that has a lot to do with, you know, working with your environment, with your circumstances, as opposed to working against them. You can create a lot of distress in your life if you place too much of your energy onto situations you cannot change, because it requires a bigger collective effort. Can we say it like that? But the unseen here, there's something. I gotta dive into that as we go in. All right. Can you tell me more about the unseen? Oh, I fucking hell hope not. We have here the Queen of Swords. Oh my god, you're just making it more and more complicated here. With the unseen. Oh no. Guys, cannot believe this. Alright, please allow me to just see how this energy play out when we go into the reading. Alright, I'm not gonna start painting the devil here already. But with the unseen, for some of you, there can actually be someone outside of you, like in your environment here, who's a downright bitch or bastard. It is a Queen of Swords who put their own needs first, and to a certain degree they come with a little bit of a dark energy. It would be someone here from your past that wants to return. They have a darkness to them. But here's the thing. I do not want to engage with a narrative here that's all about placing focus onto how someone here is out to get you, okay? Well, let's see how it plays out. But I'm just saying, for some of you, yes, and for others of you, it's also a matter here of finding your own vision. Figuring out where it is that you want to go in life, right? But if you have surrounded yourself with poor environments where you are just challenged in all the wrong ways, where you could be shamed, where you could be humiliated, where you felt as though there was nothing there for you, there was nothing you could do, basically, then that can place itself into as a bad memory, as a bad voice here that's affecting how you trans into calmer waters, basically. That's one of those are devils here, right? That's how you can adopt voices. But let's see. What is your role in it? Now, how is this playing out in your life? How is it playing out in your life currently? You are walking away here. You are starting to ask different sets of question, basically. Yes, and you have this impulsive, you have an impulsive energy attached to you here. The impulsivity can be within yourself. It can also be attached to a particular person, a particular project, a particular way of doing things, where you just throw yourself into it. And then what you end up with is that you end up with sleepless nights here, because you get pushed into this. There we have this bad energy again here. You get pushed into almost like an emotional trauma bond to a situation. What does that mean? It means that we are dealing here with a bit of bad memory, where you are making decisions, or you could have decisions in the present based upon a bad situation that happened in the past, right? So that can bring blockages into your drive to take action. But how is it playing out right now? You are going soul searching. And for some of you, yes, I do get that you doing your soul search means that you are kicking someone not so beneficial in your life out into the cold, and that is affecting how they're coming at you. Yeah, here we have that passion here. Eros here. There is a drive here and a passion. So is it an emotion? Is passion an emotion? I don't know. I really don't. But it is more of a it's almost like an automatic reaction to a particular, I want to say a person, or a situation. You know, it's an automatic reaction here that you have not fully disclosed, that create blockages, that keeps you in your mind, and you can go backwards here. Now you please place yourself as well or not this is something that's going on within you, or it's something that is actually another person coming for you, right? Because, all right, the reason why I'm saying this is because for the most, I believe that there's a little bit of a danger here of always attaching too much significance to people outside of you as the main cause of everything, because in the end you have, if you place attention onto yourself and what you can control within yourself, then you basically take back your power. But of course you will be affected by outside influences, and I've come to the understanding here, especially in these readings as I pick up on it also here, that there is an external source to it, and it's actually very force. It's forcing. Can you enforcing? Can you say that? It's pushy, right? All right, let's see. What is your role in this? What is your role in this? So basically, to sum up here, how it's playing out in your life is a matter here of you doing soul searching. You starting to ask different questions here, but how are you doing it? How are you asking those questions? Are you asking questions from a way where it is about looking for information so it confirms what it is that you want to hear? Or do you have that open mind? And in that case, if it is to confirm what you already know, why? Oh, let's not go that deep. All right, it's just for some. What's your role in this? What is your role in this? You're making a final judgment call here to take on a brand new beginning. Possibly regarding a home. Oh my god, this 4 wands. Guys, by the way, the 4 wands, I have done collective reading in one of the weekly all signs. I think it was the you versus them on the 4 of swords, and the spiritual one on the 3 of wands, 4 wands. So maybe there's something here. What's your role in this? You're making a final judgment call here regarding the environments that will make you feel safe enough to take on a new chance here. God, this is going to be one of those readings where I will have to go into it a little bit blindly, because I don't really have a lot of context here. How is it playing? Yeah, you're the one who makes the decision to break away from, possibly for some of you, yeah, it is that you're breaking away from home. You're breaking away from that environment. It's a physical environment almost that kind of like blocked you, right? Feeling fed up here from a place that's actually it has a lot of darkness here with it, because it demotivates you to a certain degree. Yeah, I feel as though you're also pushing away here. It's been a long time coming. You're pushing away outside influences that has a no strings attached to it, if that makes sense. But to a certain degree, you yourself may have previously been postponing some kind of a new start, because you could have carried with you unfinished lessons. I see that being done. I see you being completely over that. I'm actually seeing you being healed. I'm seeing good energies for you in terms of getting a brand new beginning here. I get as though it's taking its time here for you to fully understand what you to fully have full clarity about all aspects of a situation, to the extent that you can have full insights, right? case inside of it's called like that. It's basically like being the judge here, sitting there, looking at everything best way possible here to see good, bad. You see all the papers, go through all the papers to the extent that you can, right? Because you get like 10,000 case files. Anyway, let's not go there. But you look at it and then you make the decision, and you're doing it from a very just place. Yes, it may be harsh sometimes. You can be harsh, but because there's definitely a harsh energy here associated with you. I cannot tell whether or not it's you or someone outside of you. I believe that sometimes it can be you, where you can get a little, almost a little bit emotionally unavailable. But it stems from a place of wanting to grab the opportunities that are available to you. And also to protect yourself a little bit. That's what I'm getting here. Take what you want from it. And you're standing up for yourself here. And you also get that you becoming far more clear about what you need from your environment to feel safe enough to take on a new direction. More of a new way of thinking, a new way of looking outside yourself. Okay, let's see. I want to see your environment here. What is in your environment right now? Three of Cups. And your environment is... Alright. There could be miscommunication, something here. In your environment, I see there being situations that's not nothing to do with you. Right now, I'm separating the two of you, right? Here's you and here's your environment. Because I'm trying to figure out where the energy is belonging, right? When in your environment, I see there being a dead end. Where is that dead end? There's a dead end to a particular way of hanging out, being around people, how you work together. There's a particular end in terms of, I want to say, oh my god, free freeze, are you mad? Free freeze, dead end, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacle, and the Three of Wands. There's an ending here to, I want to say, a particular way of collaborating. Getting to know people, collaborating, maybe taking steps into the future here. There could be misunderstandings. I get as though that tower I've been picking up on is actually associated to your environment here. And where do we have you? I get you actually a little step ahead of it. Maybe. But because here, in your environment, that's going on here. A particular way of engaging with other people, communicating, getting to know each other, working your way up into building something together here, and making steps into the future. That has reached a closed door. Someone could have had or try a little bit here to push it through to a certain degree, but it's not really happening here. That's where we have this lost vision. Okay. Sorry guys, that's just how the reading is today. I'm trying to dig into it. I have no context, okay? Okay, how is it affecting you here? You're the Emperor. Yes, as I said, you're the one making the final judgment call. You're standing in your... Oh my god. You are standing in your masculine power here. You have a lot to give. You can bring structure. You have this very spiritual energy, almost like you're very mature in this. Because so far it seems as though you take charge here. You look at things see them clearly for what they are, and then you make this last decision, I want to say, final judgment in terms of letting go what needs to be let go of. Because it's not beneficial here if you want to move into the future with a clarity. You're letting go, you're cleaning up basically, you're cleaning up the closet here. And when it comes to your environment here, you're seeing it for what it is. You see, it's almost like, you see who can you work with, who can't you work with, how can you, in recognizing how you can work with them. Work in terms of also, in collaboration in romantic partnerships. There's work in being in a romantic partnership, right? And friendships as well. Where do you share your visions here? And you're actually healing here through it. You're taking back your freedoms, basically. Thinking back what that post I wrote a long time, no, not a few weeks ago, no, 1 week ago. It's not quite the same energy though. It's not quite the same though. This is far more. This is far more balanced. This is not about you taking back your power or anything. I already feel as though you are in your power. I get as though most of this is associated with your environment, to be honest. Okay. Let's see. What can't you control in this situation? What can't you control in this situation? The Star. Oh my god, the Emperor. And the Queen of Swords. Oh, okay, that is so interesting. I get a reflection because we have Emperor, Star, and we have Star, Emperor here. But we also have that repeating Queen of Swords. There's a person here who has a lot of power. Could be an Aquarius. Doesn't really matter though. Aries doesn't matter. There is someone here that also require a lot of freedom. They could be public. Yeah. You can't really control how... it's the King here. Right? Someone here could be going through a particular ending here. And they are not... they don't quite know how to lead. Right? They don't quite know how to be a... they don't quite know how to support. They could be far more self-centered. You have it within you here to be a supportive energy. You have the Emperor here within you. That's how the environment here is affecting you, is that you're stepping up to the plate as the Emperor here. But the challenge here is that in what you can't control is how other people decide to be in their own Emperor mode, whether or not they turn cold, or whether or not they want more freedom, whether or not they prefer to be in this harsh environment. Because I am seeing there is something here you can't control. I guess though there's someone here that is stuck in an environment with that nasty energy that I got up here. That's the unseen. Someone who's very harsh with their words, very, very critical. You can't really control how someone here decides to go on and take on a new beginning, whether or not it's good or bad for them. It's not up for you to determine that. Even though you can stand there and you can see clearly that, okay, you're walking into a situation where you will be drained immediately. You will be drained. It's not up for you to make that decision. And what you can't control either is how someone decides to judge you, possibly. Or to create distance. What can you control? What can you control in this, whatever situation this is? What can you control? The Moon, the Hanged Man, and the Page of Wands. How you decide to disconnect yourself, basically. How you decide to... you can control how you respond to the unknown. You can respond to situations where you feel completely stuck up. Because, yeah, there will be a situation here where, as I said, there are circumstances here you can't quite control, and there can be secrets here. But whenever you feel as though you don't quite have the clear answer that you need, right? You can, when you get confused here, you can take a step back and look at the situation from a different perspective and open up another door. We have the Shaman here with you, which is a very spiritual energy of you know, that energy up here. What this energy is about in your life is that someone here could actually be walking away here and deciding to just they make decisions based on their impulsivity. They basically are fuckboy, fuckgirls if we're talking about dating here, and they're following their passion and they're not really interested in communicating why they're doing what they're doing. That's what you can't control, even though they themselves here in your environment, they go into throw themselves into situations where it may not, you may stand there very maturely here and say, you know what, it's not really, it may not be the best for you, but it's not up for you to determine that, unless you are their parent, legally. In terms of, are they under 18? Do you have the legal responsibility to make decisions for them? If not, then it's not up to you. What you can then control is basically that journey of going inside yourself here and understand confusion can be an opportunity here to look at things from a different perspective. It's a matter of how do you react versus how do you respond, and maybe there's something better here. You can disconnect in ways that you allow yourself to listen to those goals you basically set for yourself. I can't believe it, say live in the future. No, you live in the present moment, but you still have your eyes fixed on a certain goal that's still flexible. But let's say that this isn't dating, and you did run into a fuck boy, fuck girl, and you know you want to settle down or have something more solid. Well, that's a goal, and then clearly this person may not have been able to provide it for you, right? So what is your strength in this situation? By moving into a different mindset here, right? So that bitchy energy here, for some of you guys, it could have to do with the fact that there is a third energy in between. That's what I'm seeing here in your environment. There is a third energy that could have an opinion of you. Good, bad. It really depends. For some of you, it's not a bad one. For some of you, it's because there's something you don't see, and that someone here they have their eye on you in a particular way. You may disagree to a certain extent here. It's not always bad, you know. You will see depending on their actions. And for others of you, yes, there is someone here who's just a gossiper. But you know what? Is it a good way that they're gossiping? Is it a bad way? I don't know. It's a general reading. I can't really go into it. I'm just saying that there may be a third energy here attached to you that is informing the situation, and that can be anyone. All right. It is unknown to you. So some of you may sit here and you have a clear idea about who it is. I don't think you know. Honestly, I don't think you do, because it's so unseen, and I'm not going to dive into it. You may have an idea about, as I said, you may have an idea about who it is and why they're doing what they're doing. I don't think you do. Leave it. Okay. So, what was your strength here? There's a partnership where there are two people seeing eye to eye. And that brings a lot of happiness with the Sun and 8 of Cups. What is that about? Your strength is your ability to love unconditionally, because you're capable of walking away from situations and people, or one particular person that you may really care about. But you have an understanding that maybe the way things are going right now is just not working. Right? When you walk on a fault line here that is cracking, because that's what I'm seeing it very much in your environment here. There is an energy of a situation having reached its end. It really cannot be pushed any further. It's a closed door, and it's affecting you in a way where it's making you understand, all right, then I'll take back my freedom here. Then I'll release myself from it. And your strength is that ability here. Even though you have a lot of care and a lot of affection for the situation, you can't disconnect. And you can also return. That's the thing. But then you come back differently. It's not about giving up. It's a matter here of understanding, when are you walking on a fault line? Right? When are you in a situation where you see clearly that the two of you could align with each other. There's a lot of happiness here, but you also see clearly when things are surface level, right? It may look good on the outside, but does it bring you a lot of emotional security? It may have brought you something one time, but it becomes clear to you that what you had may just have been superficial. Does it align with your deeper values? Does it bring happiness here? Can you disconnect and then possibly reconnect in a new way? But it really depends on whether or not it is truly for you. That's your strength. All right, let's see what's the most likely outcome in this situation for you. There we have the 7 of Swords, we have the 8 of Wands, and we have 5 of Wands. I give up. Most likely outcome in this situation. Okay, there is at least a progression here. You are moving into a clear understanding of your, what you can actually, of your intelligence, of your smart, of your street, that you are streetwise. What does it mean to be streetwise? It means that you learn the hard way. Yes, there is a bridge being built here into an empty room. No, into a place here where you can start looking at the different potentials for new paths in life you can actually move into. Yep, so it's back to the planning stage to a certain degree. This will lead to you. Oh, God damn it. It's almost like you're sneaking. The moment you sneak your way away from something here, something comes towards you very, very quickly, and there's a debate going on here. There's almost like heated argument, but it's not really. It's not like a fight. It's more of a you're being challenged. So I see communication coming your way. So guys, yes, well, it's a communication that has a lot to do here with a different approach, right? But guys, the thing is, in whatever transition it is that you're going through right now into something new, there is something attached to you, or possibly someone that is, they are these devils here. All right, they are voices, be they from actual people or just memories. It's up for you to determine that. This is a general reading, okay? But they are here. And it will require a lot of raw strength, inner strength, a lot of inner resilience, a lot of discipline, resourcefulness to pull this through. How can you do that? You can remind yourself of the times you had victory. You can remind yourself of situations where the approach you used to take, your previous method did not work, because there is a choice here to be made when it comes to how you debate, the way that you argue, the way that you respond rather than react, especially when things come towards you very, 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 very quickly here, because there is something here that's a little bit sneaky. I want to look into it. What is this sneak energy that I keep picking up on? It's almost as though every time I see you swimming away here, there's something here coming lurking back, and I cannot pinpoint it. What is this that I keep picking up on? Show me inside and out. Yes, there we have the challenge. Alright, it has to do with, okay, yeah, show me more about that one. Guys, something here is going to happen very quickly. It's going to come towards you very quickly, just when you are standing there and basically being ready for something new. You are solid, you are curious, you are confident, then something here comes towards you very, very quickly. Your role in this is that you may be curious. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay, maybe. Good, bad. It determines. It depends on what this is about, okay? I'm seeing you being ready. Then you get curious. You have a clarity. You have an epiphany. You start looking. Then your environment here wants to come back and hold on, and they themselves, they put their own needs first for what brings happiness. Yeah, so guys, someone here is sneaking their way back into your life. Is it good? Is it bad? I really can't tell. It really depends what this is about, right? What I'm not so fond of is just how it's popping up. It may come with a little bit of dishonesty. And why that? Because I don't feel as though the motivations here as to why they would come towards you are clear. That's why I'm not really liking it, because it's almost as though this energy comes the moment you have disconnected. Yeah, and then there are people saying, if those who engage with the law of attraction here, that things come towards you when you fully release. It has a lot to do with expectations, okay, guys? When you have very, very high expectations and you push and you push and you push and all you have is disappointment, then yes, it will feel, it may come more natural flowing to you, but you were still chasing it to a certain degree. You were still going for it, right? So therefore it comes. It's about, you're just not as easily disappointed because it comes a bit more as a surprise because you didn't have all your expectations placed onto it. What I'm a little bit the reason why I'm a little bit hesitant here is because I get that there's a slight dishonesty here. What is this dishonesty? Why am I picking up on this? Show me more. Why is this? Oh, yeah, it's because that's it. The Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles showing up. Yes, it's what I'm not really enjoying about this is because someone here puts, that came out in reverse, it's because someone here puts their own needs first. That's when it's about you taking on a different mindset, moving into, transitioning into something new. I believe it has possibly something here to do with how you're doing it. It has something to do with the way you're doing it, how you're doing it. You may be attracting someone here to come follow you, and they're doing it because it's not that you're doing things that are not according to their plan, right? You are. It feels as though you're leaving behind the argument. You're leaving behind the old argument of, I don't know, always returning to the conflict. You recognizing when you have been defeated. And it's as though they want you to engage with the argument so they can win. Is that what I'm picking up on? That's a nasty energy. Be mindful of that if you pick up on that. So if someone here should enter into your life, for some of you, to kind of pull you back into a situation where you can't win, you already know it is stressful, it's tiresome. Be mindful of it. Yeah, this is a general reading, so I can't go into the specifics here because I really get so this is very that situation. If that plays out in your life, it's gonna be for very few of you. Just be mindful of your circumstances. Be mindful, look out into your environment and see things clearly, right? And question yourself here. Do I feel comfortable here in this situation, or is it draining to me? One last here, and then we're done with this one. There we have Spirit of Gratitude. Be grateful for what it is that you have in the present moment, and great big love. There may actually be something amazing here coming your way. As I said, is it partnership here, right? but it will require a lot for you here to grab new opportunities, those you are waiting to take on. Be mindful here that you let go of your shame. Don't that possible mindset here that can pull you back, in the sense that it's a narrative that tells you that maybe it's not for you here. And please be mindful that you don't find yourself in environments that then reinforce such a narrative here, right? For instance, don't chase situations that you can feel deep in your core is it goes against who you are. It goes against it brings a lot of distress, it brings discomfort. If you feel it in your core, if you feel distress inside yourself, then please take a step back, look outside yourself, and identify the situations in your environment that are affecting you to such a degree that it's creating distress. Then articulate it, and then you can start taking action. That's it. I will see you next time. Ciao.